is it felt like Oklahoma was playing not to lose at the end of the game, whereas Kansas was playing to win. Well, guys, I got some good and bad news. Well, actually, it's just bad news. I don't know why I said that. Bad news. I ordered a Halloween costume because, it's Halloween weekend. We was going to unlock a new character for the live reactions, but unfortunately, I ordered it 2 weeks ago. I don't know what's going on. It just ain't came in. All right. We could sit about it. It just hasn't come in. But I'll tell you this. Okay, here's the good news. Whenever it comes in, I promise, new character unlocked. Hopefully it comes in by next week. Maybe it comes in the week after. Whenever it comes in, you guys will see. I paid for it, so we're wearing it for a video. And you already know I'm sending it back. Different conversation for a different day. But the good news is, some of you may recognize this character. Hold on, I gotta back up and hit the pose. You gotta be an OG dude, I got the pants. These are the same pants. This is the same fit. Hold on, I gotta hit the pose. Somebody screenshot this. Yeah, folks, somebody screenshot this and send it to me on Twitter. In the comment section, let me know who you think I am. I don't know if I haven't been the camera down. That little, yeah, that'd be all right. All right, when I hit the pose, you gotta know who it is. All right. Yeah. Hold on, get a little closer. Yeah, that's good. If you know, you know. Now, if you don't, I guess I just tell you now, by the way, we're going to do the shot of the day. I ain't forgot about the shot of the day. I think we're 0 for 3 on the year. Shot of the day, we're doing it next video, the Georgia-Florida reaction. And I guess I just tell you, if you don't know who I am, well, actually, no, I ain't telling you. I'll tell you in the next video. But that is besides the point. Oklahoma lost to Kansas. And I got a lot to say about this game. Actually, hold on. What time? I don't want to miss the... Because currently, Georgia, Florida are playing. Yeah, I got some time. All right, we're going to try to make this a short and simple video. No cuts. None of that. You already know your boy Matt's the best editor. First things first, let's start off with this. It is never a good sign when you lose to the basketball school, Kansas. That's like Alabama or Georgia losing to Kentucky. It's unacceptable. That should never happen. And from start... Yeah, I'd really say from the start of this game, I had a weird feeling. I was like, man, I even said this in the preview. If you watched the preview Thursday, I was like, watch out for the Kansas-Oklahoma game and the BYU-Texas game. Watch out for those. And I still think BYU's got a chance against Texas because Texas has their backup quarterback. But hold on, speaking of backup quarterbacks, Kansas didn't even beat you with the starter. They beat you with the backup. They don't even got their starter, Jalen Daniels. I don't know what happened to him. Is he out for the year? Don't know. Doesn't matter. They ain't need him. They whooped you. 38, well, they didn't whoop you, but you get what I'm saying. 38-33, and it felt like Oklahoma should have won this game. Even after the pick six to start the game from Dylan Gabriel, even after being down 14-0. I don't know what it was. Actually, I do know what it was. I'm going to pull this up. First things first, clap it up to the basketball school, Kansas. Big win. I think it's the first time they beat Oklahoma in 20-something years. Huge win for them, but for BV, Brent Venables, it doesn't get any worse than this, but you got to win this game. Kansas is not that great of a team. If you want to say they're a good team, okay. They played good today, but you got to win these games, man. These are gimmies. They're gimmies. And somebody's going to, well, Matt, Kansas is 6. Okay, bro, are you really going to sit up here and try to tell me Kansas is a really good team? No, you got to win these games. How do you beat Texas, a really solid team, then lose to Kansas? I get it. 11 a.m., Kansas, home field. But there's no home field advantage. You just got to win these games, simple as that. What would frustrate me the most about this game, if I was an OU fan, which I'm not, by the way, but big shout out to Sooner Nation. We got a lot of Sooner fans. They've been nothing but great to me. I really enjoy the Sooner fan base. Is it felt like Oklahoma was playing not to lose at the end of the game, whereas Kansas was playing to win. And I believe Herm Edwards said this. No. Who said this? There's this. No. It was I think it was the Colts head coach. One of them. He said, "You play to win the game." You play to win the game. And Oklahoma wasn't playing to win. They was playing not to lose. And as an Alabama fan, we've done that many times. You can't play that way. You gotta let your nuts hang. Go out there and play to win. I'll give you a good analogy, a good example. I was golfing the other day. I need to golf more. And one of my buddies asked me, I had a long putt. He was like, hey, on your long putts, do you try to lag them up there, get it close for your second shot? I looked him dead in the eyes and said, I try to make every single shot. Even from the tee box. I'm trying to make it from the tee box when I got a driver on a par 5. Same thing for football. You can't play not to lose. You can't play it safe, man. You got to play to win because guess what? Teams like Kansas, they're playing to win the game. And Oklahoma wasn't. It's as simple as that. I can't break it down any more than that. I thought Kansas played a solid game and Oklahoma played a solid game, but it came down to this. Oklahoma wasn't playing to win. They was playing not to lose. They was playing scared. But the funny thing is, Oklahoma against Texas, they weren't playing scared at the end. Why? Because they were playing to win. Because the roles were reversed. Texas was supposed to win. Oklahoma wasn't. Now, with that being said, what time is it? Hold on. Okay, I got a few more minutes left. I want to get back to this game. All right, there we go. And I know some people are going to bring this up, so I'll just add it on there. Like I told you guys, I believe I told you guys before I wrote this down. Well, Matt, if you'd freaking put the whiteboard up, maybe they could see something, you freaking idiot. Sorry about that, guys. I think actually White Randy put that board there. Wasn't Matt. Anyways, like I was saying, log back in here. Oklahoma had 440 total yards of offense. Not bad. Yeah, play calling was questionable, but he had enough yards to win this game. On the flip side, Kansas, you should be able to see that, had 443. Like I said, even game. Now, as you see down here, I wrote 3 turnovers for Oklahoma because I know maybe some Oklahoma fans might point to that. But guess how many turnovers Kansas had in this game? All right, time's up, buddy. Just write it down. 3. I don't know what I think I was going to. Whatever, you get the point. They had 3 turnovers. Both teams, I mean, it was equal. I could break down all these stats. Rushing yards was, I believe, the same as well. First downs, I think OU had 19. Kansas had like 25. Real similar game. It just came down to the end of the game. Brent Venables, I thought he should have caught a timeout on that, 4th and 6. Kansas got on that long drive. And at the end of the game, Kansas probably shouldn't have scored that touchdown, but they did. It didn't matter because Oklahoma didn't score. Oklahoma got fortunate and just have a shot at the end of the game because Dylan Gabriel threw up that long pass. Really, really fortunate there. But it just came down to who made more clutch plays. I don't want to overcomplicate it. It is as simple as that. Now, here was my biggest question as soon as the game ended. Where does Oklahoma go from here? What's next? Because I believe in the Big 12, they don't have standings anymore. I'm all confused, really, because OU and Texas are coming to the SEC, so it doesn't matter. But OU, the way the standings are in the Big 12, let me know in the comment section. It goes by the top 2 teams play for a title, correct? Could be wrong on that. So if that's the case, OU should still be sitting pretty. And I don't want to underestimate this loss because it's a sucky loss. Anytime you lose, it sucks in college football. Every game's important. It's not like basketball. But seriously, on the grand scheme of things, this game doesn't matter too much, at least from my knowledge, because you should still be playing for the title. You got the tiebreaker over Texas. Now, if you lose another game, yeah, different conversation for a different day. Off the top of my head, I'll just pull up their schedule. You got Oak State next week. They're sort of in a down year, but they've been pretty good recently. You got West Virginia. You know how that goes with Neil Brown. Then you got BYU and TCU. So every team you play from here on out, you should beat, but you also should beat Kansas. If I was an Oklahoma fan, here's what I'd be worried about. You weren't ready to play today. If you come out against a better team and get down 14, nothing like that, you ain't even going to get back in the game. I don't mean to discredit Kansas, but come on now. It's Kansas. It's a basketball school. They don't even really care about football. They can say they do, but they really don't. It's Kansas, man. It's freaking Kansas. They're not that good. You should have won the game, but hey, it happens. Sometimes you lose games you should win. Happens all the time. It's going to happen today, probably. That's really all I got to say about this game. Both teams played good. KU made more clutch plays. And that's all I got. I'm going to get back to watching these games. I'll see you guys in probably an hour or 2. Get my reaction to this Florida-Georgia game. For those of you that don't know, I did pick Florida to win the game. So, yeah. I'll leave it at that. Right away,